And he was a champion.
Gathering here today to celebrate Larry's honor, the gentleman offered to roll in some backup carts of folding chairs. So I was picturing the chairs on the carts lined up against the wall, and then I realized what was once in that empty file, number 20. The story was about the Civic Center. According to Larry, some time ago, a self-declared preacher would rent the Civic Center on Sundays. And every Sunday, he wanted the room to be filled with chairs, but sadly, every Sunday, only the preacher's mother would show up. The chairs would go up, and the chairs would go down. The workers grew weary of setting up the unused chairs every week. They suggested to the preacher that the chairs stay on the cart, and if or when someone came in, they themselves could remove a chair from the cart and have a seat. But the preacher insisted. They opened up all 200 chairs and lined them neatly in rows. And at the end of the hour, the preacher would lay his hands upon his mother's head and cure her of her ailments. And then back the 200 chairs would go until the next week. And so it was, week after week, only his mother showing up to be cured. And then my father said, one week, the room next door to the preacher was being rented for a dog show. Now, it was at this point that I again started to shake my head and said under my breath, no, no, no. And he has always would reply, Shannon, you may be in trouble that you understand my humor so well. And I told Papa, I do know where this is headed, and I have to agree with Kelly on this one. There isn't an ounce of truth to this story. I said, Papa, this is a very long story for a short one-line joke. Nevertheless, he finished the story. The week of the dog show, the preacher, as usual, placed his hands upon his mother's head and yelled, "Heel!" And all the dogs from the show came charging into the preacher's room. The neatly lined chairs went flying high into the air and came down with a thunderous clatter. The dog owners were soon to follow. And from that week forward, the preacher would have more than one follower. Now who knows, maybe the story was somewhat true. You'll have to decide that one for yourself. The stories that did survive the cutting room can be heard at larryhaws.com. And I hope you enjoy them, because we certainly have. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. You obviously have your father's gift of storytelling. You're good at this.